Entertainment knows no boundaries, and SonyLIV proves just that. From live cricket to gripping dramas, it's redefining how India watches and engages with content. But what powers this seamless experience? Today, we take you behind the scenes of streaming excellence. Joining us today is a person who have been instrumental in the journey. Please welcome Sumon Mal, a key force behind SonyLIV's technological success. Sumon, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Himangshi. I'm glad to be here.
All right, Sumon, SonyLIV was India's first OTT platform, right? And since its launch in 2013, could you please share us a few milestones in the journey to becoming a leading streaming platform?
Sure. I will put into two different parts, right? So there are a couple of hits from the show perspective, and there are technological advancement, right? So I think everybody knows about it, starting from KBC, Shark Tank, MasterChef, and pretty much prestigious matches, right? AO matches and few others. And pretty much as the time passes, that good web series like Cubicles, which is very relatable to all the IT people like us, you and all, right? And Maharani, season 3, Rising Hania versus Rising Hania. So these are all the epic things, right? What happened in last few of the years, and it is continuing. While it comes to the technological advancement, modernization, certain legacy things in terms of our publishing stack, how quickly we are going to the market, MTTR, right? So these are the factors we have modernized in last few years.
Also spans across 17 countries, right? So you cater to a wide variety of audience across the globe. So how do you do that? I mean, how has the platform evolved to meet the needs of the global audiences?
Sure. So 17 country is the very specific, right? So while we talked about India, which is the major traffic based on the population, based on the traffic and all, but 17 different country as per the configuration. But we are not only limited to that. So we have rights to play on overall 55 different countries. So spectrum is much larger. So though our technological stack configurations goes with 17, that is the way we maintain, but people can go beyond and play from anywhere in the world. So which is precisely 55 countries overall in today's. While it is coming to that, how such large scale we are handling. So I will talk about few of the large scale, right? But definitely it's partnership with multiple tech partners, right? So Redis is one of them. On top of it, we have AWS, we have CDN, which is the Akamai Cloud and all. Specific to this today's discussion, definitely Redis is one of them, right? Where we are able to manage a large volume of traffic coming in, right? So if we take any of the reality shows, the votings are happening, the leaderboards what we are showing, the real-time calculation across the globe what the vote is coming, right? Powered by Redis.
All right, you're talking about real-time calculation. So managing these real-time interactions during the live broadcast must be a challenge. I mean, if you can take us through all those pain points that you faced during this and how Redis, you talked about Redis also, how Redis helped you to solve that problem for you.
So one of the part, right, while we talked about the real-time calculation, so it needs performance, right? Performance means we have to return it in a real time, in a couple of milliseconds. With a normal persistence, it is next to impossible. That means 1 or 2 queries would work. But if I have to talk in the scale, right, it is somewhere between 20 to 22,000 QPS or the query per second. To handle this kind of scale and the calculation that how much voting is coming, who is voting whom and all. So this real-time calculation we are putting on Redis itself. So Redis distributed key value pairing part, I am going slightly bit technical on this, right. The Redis cache and the specific data structure of the key value, it helps us. And definitely it deployed on cloud, which is another benefit for it. So this is the way we are scaling it up.
All right, so you've been working with Redis, like you have used Redis before also, right? But when it comes to
developer also.
yeah, all right. So when it comes to Redis Cloud and also AWS, that's a combination that you're using here, right?
Yeah.
So how this combination sort of solves your challenges at SonyLIV, and also tell me, also help me understand how do you sort of select, how did you select this combination? Because that's more interesting for us.
See, in last 15 years or more, right? I mean, pretty much my journey, the predominance part, right? So cloud is inclusive. So whatever we do, there are few organization and there are few specific cases where I have seen the on-premises development. Though there are certain on-premises developments are there, but we were moving out from on-premises and we build on cloud. So cloud is pretty much inclusive. So there is no other thought about it until or unless there is a mainframe requirement. So cloud is the basic part, right? We have to go on cloud. I'm not going to talk about the basics that, okay, what cloud is providing and all those things, right? Definitely it comes with the OpEx, CapEx, elasticity and all. So those are the known, very much known to the world now. So skipping that part, on top of it, Redis is coming. Now, while you ask that, okay, how I choose this? So I do follow a very simple framework for this, right? So I was talking to Satish for that matter, right? And any other tech partner, I put it into 3 grade. That first of all, definitely the performance. Whatever the product you are showcasing me, that should be performant. That means it should match up my performance requirement. As I talked about certain scale, that okay, 20 to 20,000 QPS. Furthermore, we are going to talk about that, okay, 30 million different user, concurrency user, so which is currently the discussion is going on. Now, first is the performance. Your product should match up the performance requirement what we are talking about. Then as a engineering plus business leader, because at this stage I have to look around the cost also. So what is the cost? What is the ROI? What is the cost benefit? Because there are competitions, right? So in competitive market, okay, how do I increase my revenue? So that means cost factor is come to the picture. And the third and important thing, so okay, you have performant product which can solve my problem. You are giving me at a reasonable price, but can I rely on that? Rely means what? So today's world, there is nothing called 100% it will work. Things will fail. It is bound to fail, not today, sometime. During that failure, right, what is the confidence I have that I will get a proper support, right? The trust relationship, the support team, how quickly I am getting the support, MTTR and MTTD specifically, right? So these are the third, but the most important criteria. So I plot it in this way, performance, cost and the support. If these 3 benchmark is matching, whomsoever is overall doing the higher score, I am taking it for it. And definitely it also talks about the fitment, right? So not every single solution can be fitted for every single problem. So if it is fit for one problem, we have multiple solution. This is the framework, right? And we are choosing it. And the same thing I have repeated here.
You know, so right now, when SonyLIV started in 2013, it was the first OTT platform in India. But right now, there are a lot of OTT platforms, right? There's a lot of competition in this space right now. So how do you sort of maintain that user engagement and the user experience that you were talking about seamlessly?
So, okay, we know elephant is in the room, right? To cater this, I will break into a couple of parts. One thing is content, which few minutes back we touched upon, right? That okay, we have very specific content for specific user need, and there is a plethora of content. That means you can pick here, there, and all. So we are equipped enough to keep a user busy throughout the year.
Everything for everyone.
Everything for everyone. That's the good catch. So while we focused on the content part, now based on user demand and user feedback, few minutes back also we touched upon it, right? Also we keep on doing technical advancement, right? So recently, actually few minutes back we were talking off camera, right? That publishing stack we recently totally in-housed and legacy modernization we have done. What does it mean? From the production to the market or to the live. So there is a multiple journey. I'm not going to the details right now. That will take a long time. But how seamlessly and how fast we are doing. Behind the scene, there are operators who are doing this hard job for us, right? So how we are making it very fast, error-free. So that makes. If it is error-free publishing, the number of hiccups are coming to the end user also very less, right? So sometimes in few of the OTT you will see that okay, contents are taking long time to load, right? Or you will see that okay, there are introduction, very annoying introduction. In a web series you have 6 episodes, 6 times there is an introduction, there is a credit part, right? You wanted to skip it. So sometimes this is called cue points, right, where you can see that okay, skip introduction, play the next. Some of the OTT don't even provide that. So you have to assume and you say that okay, after 1 minute I wanted to. So you have to go and click that. Smart TV, it is even difficult to do that, right? We provide those. This is called cue point in technical OTT terms. Furthermore, we have also automated it. It is not that okay, you have to click it. There is an option. If you wanted to skip, it will skip in 5 seconds. If you don't want, you can cancel that. You wanted to watch what is the credit, you wanted to see what is the introduction, or in fact you wanted to see what is the recap. Choice is yours. So we are taking this convenience very seriously, and we do develop. Now these are the reflection of the technical advancement by gathering user feedback, not in a direct way, but in different KPI, which is translated and derivative that okay, probably user is facing this kind of thing, this kind of convenience needed on the platform, and we do work on that, and many more are yet to come.
All right. That was on the seamless user experience, the engagement. How did you, what was your journey of SonyLIV and the technology part? You literally covered everything from 1 to 10. But towards the end, the streaming industry is growing exponentially. We are seeing a lot of movies also releasing now on OTT platforms and not actually on the theaters, right? So it's growing exponentially. What are those opportunities and challenges do you see for the streaming industry in the upcoming few years?
Definitely there are a lot of potential and opportunities. So we are expecting, or report says the expectation of by 2030 growth rate of almost 35% CAGR in OTT platforms or the OTT industry. So 35% CAGR is a huge number, right? Now, which player would be able to surplus that? Which player would be able to meet that benchmark? That is time will say, right? So that's the growth opportunity or the growth part we have, and I'm talking about India, not about the world also, right? So world is quite higher probably. With this, there are a lot of opportunity being in OTT platform or the OTT player, like starting from revenue generation, ad monetizations, socializations, and all. So socio-economic impact basically. What we show that creates socio-economic impact. I think that is pretty much simple. Challenges. There with this kind of visibility, this kind of impactful area, it comes with a lot of responsibility. So it needs to be tied with compliances. That means anything and everything we are doing and we are going to do, we need to be within the boundary of multiple set of compliances. It needs thoroughly scrutiny, thoroughly internalizations and all. So that's a challenge itself, operational challenge. Tech challenge wise, the scale. We haven't seen the scale for the upcoming days. The tech challenges are, see, today at present, there are few shows, I am just giving a glimpse of it, right, which passes 1,000 episodes, right, and maybe 1,000 more are yet to come. Now, we are already talking about 10 years old thing. In another 5 years, this catalog is going to grow, this inventory is going to grow. So think about the kind of data we are having. On the other hand, I'm expecting the kind of growth rate what I just quoted few minutes back. Now, both sides are growing. So, it's a N is to N relationship. That means one user can select and pick anything to watch, no matter how old it is. There is nostalgia, right? So we must have some favorite serials. I wanted to watch it. Now, there is a growing user set, there is a growing inventory. This mapping, it's a scalable problem, it's a scale problem. We need to solve it with technology.
All right, so the content is king, the future is bright, technology is here to stay, and of course, technology is your best friend. Rest, time will see. All right, well, thank you so much, Sumon, for sharing these incredible insights, and to all of you joining us today. As the streaming landscape evolves, SonyLIV remains committed to innovation, engagement, and excellence. Until next time, keep watching, keep enjoying, and stay entertained.